Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our Let's Play of Disco Elysium. I'm Chris. I'm here with my co-host Tyler. Say hello, Tyler.
Ingredients: carbonated water, citric acid, erythritol, taurine, natural and artificial flavors, flavor spelled with a U, sodium citrate, Panax, ginseng flavor, caffeine, sorbic acid, sucralose, benzoic acid, niacinamide, asulfame, potassium decalcium pantothenate, inositol, pyridoxine, hydrochloride, vegetable juice (parentheses color), allura red, and cyanocobalamin. That's what's inside a can of Monster Energy drink Ultra Watermelon flavor, in case anybody was morbidly curious.
And in my drink of choice, which is bubbly peach sparkling water, we've got carbonated water, natural flavor.
It's the natural flavor fucking water.
Peach, believe it or not.
Oh, ooh.
Anyway, I'd love to see how the YouTube closed captioning tool works on that last sentence. But in other news, last time we spoke to Klasia about what she had to say, and it seems that the Hardy Boys might have been lying to us.
I had a
So,
hunch.
yes. I don't know if you wanted to go back downstairs, just so you know there is another door up here.
Ooh,
But
what is the other door?
I mean, we can go there if you want, but I don't know what you want to do first.
I think we should go door, window, and Kim.
Okay.
That's my sequence of events.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Where does this go?
I don't know. It is not the first closed door we found in this building. There is also your mysterious blue kitchen door.
It's not my kitchen door. It's the Whirling in Rags kitchen door.
Is it important?
I
Yeah,
don't
is it?
know. The further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case. The vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not unimportant.
So maybe the door below is a mega investigation.
No, still a mini investigation.
Alright, well, let's push it. Let's push it.
It's barred from the inside. You hear the bar rattle in the brackets. Sounds like it's heavy, too. Very sturdy.
Heroic.
We have we need a 15 in physical instrument, 8% currently. I can
I
try
see.
pumping it a little bit if you want to try it.
Yes, please.
All right.
Where did you go? Dabba dee, dabba die. It's like you're almost blue. You're blue. You threw your shoe. Yeah, those Fuvog shoes are still pretty hype.
They are. I would agree.
Yeah.
I guess
Fun
it's.
fact.
I guess it's just the tank top, unless I missed something.
Nice. Fun fact.
The
Jonathan
same
Fuvog.
small, heavy door.
17%.
No lock in
I
sight.
But go ahead.
I say Jonathan Fuvog loves to put dumb, vapid, inspirational quotes on the bottom of all of his shoes, and he had at one point had an idea for dogs for shoes, and I suggested to somebody who worked there, you should say, "Don't bark up the wrong dream," and apparently that was in line with what he was looking for. They didn't use it, but I was upset I was on the same wavelength.
Drat. Do
Uh,
you want to kick it in?
let's kick it in. Ow!
You kick it, gung-ho style. Entering the premises style. But the door fails to respect the force. All you hear is the bar rattling inside, laughing at you.
I was gonna say, now that we have anti-object task force, we took damage but instantly healed it because we were beating up a physical object.
Well, fuck yeah, bud.
All right, let's trash the place.
Oh wait, maybe that happened in the other order.
Oh no.
Let's not.
All right. I have to put a point in to retry it if you want to.
Let us try it tomorrow.
Okay, another day. It would also be nice to put a point into endurance at some point. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah.
I'm tired of being on the brink of death all the time.
It's not a fun feeling.
All right, you want to head downstairs now?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go to the window.
All right.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called
Oh, we're talking with him now.
Half
Mhm.
their reasoning just went out the window.
Let's make him cooperate.
Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan.
Why did she tell us all that?
What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it.
You would have caught it.
I would have caught it.
If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her.
Something's off here.
You think so? She seemed forthcoming.
Oh, I meant in
Unusually so.
general. No.
Being forthcoming about some things is a good way to obscure other things. The best liars are always forthcoming. Anyway, we should move. I suspect our investigation will bring us back here soon enough.
Interesting, interesting.
Everyone's lying. No one's lying.
Back downstairs. You seemed very excited about looking out the window again, so we can do
need
that.
to know. I need to know.
Behind the dockworkers, a
It
ceiling
is
height
now
window.
time.
The hawthorn branches
Do you
scrape
want
the glass
to
like bony fingers.
pump
Is there a
perception and give it a try?
Pump perception. Pump it. When the
I
bass
believe-
and tweeters and the speakers go to ball.
Yeah, we've got the glasses on, which are bad for it currently. I believe.
Take
yes.
your Coke bottle glasses off.
I think we got some boots that are good for perception, if I remember correctly. I should start just like writing these down or something, so that way I can
big-
just.
That big Excel sheet open on like your third monitor.
Let's get sunglasses on though, you know.
How many monitors do you have?
69.
Nice.
Yeah. All right.
Behind the dockworkers, a
42%.
ceiling height window. The
Blah!
hawthorn branches
Shall
scrape
we?
the glass
Yes,
like bony
please.
fingers. Nothing, as before, just black branches.
Not quite.
Titus, get the fuck out of the way!
Now, huh? Window shopping?
I think he's trying to find dirt on us, in our box. It's what they do, Shanks. Did you know policemen are sometimes called pigs?
Wow, no. I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, because they like to sniff around in dirt.
All right.
Fuck you!
What now?
I'll talk with Kim, did the window. I think we should report the body now.
Okay, you want to call it a day and have Kim
Let's
bring
call
the
it-
body back in?
Yeah.
All right. All right, back in the murder basement.
Yeah, alright. Scenario, you walk in on your child and they're watching Peppa Pig and Peppa Pig is in this particular basement. I would not let my child watch Peppa Pig after that.
Me either.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. It's guarding over the freezing
Number
corpse
2.
hidden inside
Number 2,
its
please.
belly.
All right.
Why is Kim doing all the hard work himself?
I will need a little help carrying him.
Oh,
You
there
take
we
the
go.
hands. I'll take the legs.
To the MC.
From the fridge to the car.
He has taken the body away, and we are alone.
Wow. He's just in the passenger seat. Wow.
Yep.
Is it just me
All
or is
right.
it really close to him now?
It is a little zoomed in. Okay, don't need that. All right, well, now that Kim's gone, what do you want to do?
I think we've got a lot of reading to catch up on.
Yeah?
Also
Okay.
trying to think of any Yeah, we got a lot. It's actually pretty early in the night. We can do like a lot of inspecting and reading right now, I think.
Yeah, all right. We've still got these 3 things that we haven't looked at yet. If you want to dig into those.
Yeah, we have our gay card, which we have not dropped. We're not the victim of a practical joke. We're stoic.
We are not. All right. What is it? What's it going to be?
Let's go from left to right.
6
So,
crumbling
yeah.
petals rest on your palm. They're white, a bell-shaped crown. Somewhere in central Jamrock, Lieutenant Kitsuragi steps into the public library. Rows of shelves pass on either side. You feel he should be here for this, for in-depth flower analysis.
All
Oh,
right. He's not here, so we
fuck!
shouldn't do this. You want our badge?
Yeah, let's look at it.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You. Some seaweed is stuck to the back.
Let's take it off.
Our rank?
Why are we letting it be there?
Don't
Yeah,
know.
start with rank and then go serial.
That's what it says on the badge. No more information is provided. You should look at the badge when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is around.
We
The badge
oh my
in your hand.
god. We
Yep.
did. I guess you can only.
He can tell you. He can tell you stuff about the RCM.
I'm so fucking stupid.
Here's the jacket.
As you
Yeah,
hold
let's look
it
at
in
the
your
jacket.
hands, it makes an uncomfortable crunching sound.
Oh, I mentioned it before, but I've found this clothing in real life. It's ugh.
Would you like to know how it gets as disgusting as it is?
Tell us how the crunchy fabric is so disgusting.
It's a sordid, filthy tale, not for the weak. Are you sure you can stomach it?
Yes, I'm a
Some
vomisseur.
secrets
I
are
love
better
vomiting.
left uncovered. Don't even try. Seriously.
Think about it.
It occurs to you that you're not even holding the jacket itself, but rather the thick crust of jetsam and seagull shit that ensconces it.
Alright.
It smells like a dead sea creature, tangled in grey strands of seaweed. It must have spent quite some time in the water before the tide deposited it ashore.
Yeah, what's the crust made of?
Somehow, it was carried or dragged to the boardwalk. If not by human hands, then perhaps the feral dogs that prowl the beaches at night. The faint impressions of many footprints are also present, though it's impossible to tell what kind or how many. Suffice to say, the jacket spent some time on the ground before someone draped it over the railing.
What happened once somebody put it on the railing?
The crust is hard. This jacket spent at least a day baking in the sun. Who knows what happened to it then?
Interesting.
Yeah, this all seems actually really straightforward. What was the queasiness, or am I just defective?
It's too late. You've already thought about it, and now your hands are covered in muck.
Your hands are gross, Tyler.
Oh no!
You're touching it.
Ew. Yeah, let's flick our hands.
Now you're just flicking that shit everywhere. This is a disaster. You'll never get the smell out.
Yes, we will. We're gonna do what we did with the boots, and we're gonna fucking put it in the boiling water in the kitchen.
All right.
That was good. It was a good piece of time.
We can still read some case files if you want to do that. That's another
Okay,
thing we can do with our time.
Oh yeah. Let's do
Or
it.
we can also go to the bookstore. They have books we can buy if you want to read a book.
Actually, yeah. What books do they have?
Let's go find out before they close. You know.
In Volume 5 of School Zone Girls? Come on.
Oh, never mind. They're closed.
No! The little girl's trapped in there. She's still studying. The lo-fi beats are getting her. And then they're going to get me.
Oh
my God.
All right. Want to read some case files?
Let's read some case files.
Oops.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the
Alright.
permeables
Oh,
drawn
there's the
inside,
hidden drawer. I forgot
without
about that.
resistance or sound. It's
Yes.
slightly, ever so slight.
All
Arson,
right.
petty theft,
Actually, hold on. Can you
spousal
go back?
abuse, handwritten logs. You don't exactly, without resistance or sound.
What does
The two
I'm
panels
morbidly
move
if
against
I
each other.
really am
The
curious, like what
compartment
number
is
3 does.
now
Does that
open.
actually
Inside,
end the game
you
right
see
now, or is it
2
just
ticket
rhetoric?
stubs and
Only one
a
way to find out.
handmade
You want me to click it?
postcard.
Let's click it.
The words just crossed your mind somehow.
Uh, who were they for?
Who do you think?
Oh,
You.
oh yeah,
All right.
oh yeah.
It's slightly arson, petty theft, spousal abuse. Yes, a title, one might say even. One that draws, yes,
Alright.
all others appear. It's going to take an effort to piece these
Haven't we read
case
all the
files
case files?
together, but it can be done. You don't exactly close them.
Oh no.
It
Here we
takes
go. I
about
clicked the
half
wrong
an
one.
hour to piece one
Ah,
together,
okay.
using the system you've devised. Which one do you want?
Let's go with the unsolvable case. I bet they solved it eventually.
AKA Leslie and Burke, AKA the public indecency drunk and the property damage drunk, is a cursed case. It has been passed from unsuspecting officer to unsuspecting officer for 10 years. On January 29, the unsolvable case made its way to you. Why you accepted it, it is unclear. Every officer, and indeed most civilians in general, know it's unsolvable. Leslie will always take his pants off when he's drunk. Burke will always trash everything. It's just what they do. It is their nature. You cannot change the nature of a man, and you can't lock them away because public indecency and small-scale property damage are not punishable by incarceration. The only way for Leslie to stop flashing his genitals to bypassers and for Burke to stop dismantling signage and rear-view mirrors would be for them to stop drinking alcohol, which, in their 40s or 50s, it's hard to tell because of their distorted features, is a medical improbability on par with you ceasing to produce the expression.
Can we just keep them off the street? Wait. Let's go with number 1. Yeah.
You would think that, but you're wrong. Where's the fun in exposing your genitals or breaking stuff in your own home? No, Leslie and Burke are on the corner of Main Street and Perdition, because that's where the action is.
I like the idea
Threatening
that
fines, dragging them to the station, locking them up in the hellholes they live in, locking them up in the station, hypnotherapy, even trying to get the local gang of Zemyaki to take them out. The Zemyaki gave them ethanol, so Burke and Leslie would expose and rampage even harder. You tried it all, and still the complaints wouldn't stop, as they hadn't stopped for 10 years.
You were saying?
I like the idea that they handed him in a case file and he said, "Here's the suspect," and like one of them is just a picture of a penis.
It's plain to see from the files that you, Satellite Officer JV, and Special Consultant TH had more important cases to attend to. You uncover cross-reference to several ongoing investigations, each brought to a standstill every time you drive down Main Street. Because there they are, on the corner of Perdition. And what is Leslie doing?
Leslie Burke, right?
Leslie and Burke.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say property damage.
No, that's Burke. Leslie's stick is flashing his genitals, remember? How will you ever solve the unsolvable case if you can't even get that straight? Well, turns out it's pretty simple. The case becomes considerably less comic one day when Burke takes a swing at your ledger. He must have it confused with the property he likes to damage, but the joke's on him. The officer is also drunk. Way more drunk than Burke there. And let's be fair, you also have party eyes. You slam the hardened plastic board in his face, then proceed to beat him unconscious with it. In the process, the ledger sustains damage. The compartment within, reserved for permeable documents, is jammed shut. You stop your assault on the now unconscious Burke to open it, but are unable to do so. The officer began to cry, reports Leslie, who, at this point, is tending to Burke. He came at us, and at us. I think he was trying to kill Burko. While trying to kill Burko, you slowly come around. The permeables compartment is open. You've smashed it open on poor Burko's kneecaps. The good news is, Burke can't walk anymore. Can't get out of his apartment, an invalid. With Burke to tend to, Leslie cuts back on the indecent exposure. Maybe he flashes his genitals to Burke. Who knows? But both drunks are off the street. The complaints stop. The unsolvable case is solved. Which is also why the officer responsible narrowly escapes a disciplinary hearing. The end. Do you want to read another one?
What a nice story.
That fucking he can't walk anymore now. That's how they solved the case.
Yep. You beat a drunk man so bad he can't walk. Yep.
That's not exactly the Chad move I was looking for, but
No, not exactly. Do you want to read another case? Do you want to go to bed?
I didn't want to end up like this. It was only a dick. It was only a dick. Well, that's assuming he's a man.
I guess so.
Yeah. The couch in an unexpected location, I think, will breathe some levity into this.
Some assholes brought their couch outside and hung out on it. In the middle of the street, on the roof, on the hillside by the motorway. You know, at an unexpected location. They were young, and they thought they looked cool on it.
Well, Tyler, is it cool to bring furniture around where you go and sit on it?
You know what? If it was a folding chair, I'd say I'd be indifferent, but the fact it's a couch, I kind of commend that. But I bet they look like assholes doing it. Because it's in the way of commerce and people walking.
Insufferable dicks. Young people are the worst. So anyway, you got a complaint about the damn sofa, or couch, or whatever it is. They were leaving it out in all these unexpected and whimsical locations. They took it to where they also took photos of themselves on it, and smoked cigarettes, and drank coffee because they felt it's intellectual. Cigarette butts, coffee cups, stupid couch. You had to clean it all up, and you did. So congratulations to you. Case solved.
How was that the case being solved? You just took the couch away.
Hey, man. Dumping is a crime. Maybe.
I guess, but if
usually it's a municipal matter, but still.
That's true.
I mean, people are always leaving mattresses out on my street.
Oh, I'm sorry for your street.
Yeah, there's mattresses on it. I'm like, this doesn't belong here. It belongs on a bed. Anyway, did we catch him?
No, you didn't have time for that. These notes show that you have what is called a real goddamn job. You don't have time to be chasing down the couch assholes. You have a real job to do. What next?
I'm gonna kill those guys.
What next?
Let's go with the square bullet hole murders.
It would be very interesting to read about these, wouldn't it? I mean, there seems to be a square-shaped entry wound in the victim's forehead. She's been sitting there for weeks, on her rocking chair, with a square hole in her skull, staring at the wall, her mouth agape.
Oh what? No, don't tell me it's fucking trepanation.
That's all you got. From the half hour you spent piecing it together, all you know is the entry wound was square-shaped. You never found the bullet. And then another body showed up, also with a square hole in his forehead.
Sequence killer.
Who knows?
I love that
Those
phrase.
pages are missing. What next? One day you may still catch the man with the square gun.
Unfortunate.
Came from the second dimension and he folded himself enough to actualize a body, a gun, and a bullet. In fact, they couldn't see it, but when they shot the gunpowder used was also square molecules. This goes deeper than you think.
It always is. Murder at the hookah parlor?
Yeah. Who got murdered at the hookah? When was the last time you went to a hookah parlor?
I have never been to a hookah parlor.
I went to kind of a mid hookah parlor, and that was part of a stretch of a mall that was not very good.
Nice.
But the food was okay.
Murder. Tum 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 at the hookah parlor. was a case originally assigned to an officer called Joseph Mills, who is now dead, of circumstances completely unconnected to murder at the hookah parlor.
Wait, how?
Beaten to death by a throng of Villalobos gang members when him and his partner JM, only initials mentioned, answered a call one night. It's a sad story, and it isn't really represented in your case files. Stop stalling and get to the murder at the hookah parlor.
On with the murder.
Joseph Mills was on this case that he just couldn't solve, was doing it solo, said it was a real nutcracker, a real brain twister, was on it for, like, a month. The captain got impatient. Shit or get off the pot, Mills. Mills didn't get off the pot. Not yet. He kept at it for a couple of weeks more, racking his brains, running with every theory, as outlandish as they seemed. Still couldn't solve the murder at the hookah parlor. Tough case, he said. Toughest he's ever had.
Aw.
Was he good? Or sorry.
Is he good? Is he a good boy?
No, he was awful. Awful sense of humor, too. The worst jokes you've ever heard. Really rapey. Still, he'd been on it for months now. Said it was the final case. Said it was uncrackable. That murderer vanished into thin air. That goddamn hookah parlor was all he talked about.
Go on.
Okay, so the case is handed to you because Mills isn't getting anywhere, and you look into it. Here's the setup. A young man is found dead in a hookah parlor. You know, those places where you go and smoke bubblegum-flavored vapor all day.
I'm sorry, what?
What? What?
That just sounds like it's for kids or like teens.
Vaping is for everyone, Tyler.
I guess when I hear the phrase hookah bar, I imagine something completely different and much more concerning substance as opposed to vapor. It's a vape bar. This is okay.
Is that not what a hookah is?
It's very smooth smoke. I thought I didn't think it was vapor.
I guess.
Also, I've never heard of bubblegum flavored like hookah. I get maybe that's more me telling on myself and how inexperienced I am, but I've never had a hookah that was like candy flavored.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know. Obviously, as I said earlier, I've never been to a hookah bar, and I probably won't. But yeah, I always thought like that was kind of the fun part, is that it was like vaping, but not really. But I don't know.
I maybe I'm wrong, but whenever I went there, it was just really, really smooth smoke, like dangerously smooth, and that's why I'll recommend you do that a lot compared to like, don't smoke cigarettes, but like you know when to stop with a cigarette. With a hookah, you just kind of slowly lull yourself into being very sleepy, which not great.
All right, I'm glad we talked so much about hookah parlors, a place that I have never been, and you have been a couple of times.
Yeah, I'm like that guy who's had sex 3 times exactly, and then just is an expert on all subjects now. I'm not. I couldn't possibly be making fun of anybody in British Parliament with that statement.
All right.
Can you get high off of it?
No, it's soot and water vapor. It doesn't do anything.
Okay, that's really stupid then. Why would you inhale it?
Yeah. So anyway, young man in his 20s found with his skull busted open, right on the floor of the hookah parlor, in the middle of the day. No one else is in there. Only client that day. In perfect health, too. Some kind of movie producer. No one enters. No one exits. He's just sucking on his watermelon hookah all morning, all noon, like he usually does. He's a regular. No calls, nothing. Just sucking on the hookah until 15:45. Then bam, he's dead on the floor with his skull busted open, blood everywhere. What happened? How can it be? Mills has no idea. Invisible assassin, movie deal gone sour. Girl at the counter did it. Nothing fits. Eerie. Man just dropped dead. So you go to the parlor. You see cushions around the table. Tables low, heavy, really sharp edge.
He sounds like he died of an embolism.
Nothing so
Yeah.
simple.
It can
See?
never be that
You
simple.
can't even read the thing without solving it. Yeah, it was that. Turns out hookah does do something. It turns off your brain's oxygen supply, and you don't notice it until you get up to go to the bathroom.
So while this is going, I just quickly looked up: is hookah smoke or vapor? I got two answers for you. One, it is smoke. Two, people seem to be more concerned about whether or not it's worse or better than cigarettes.
Well, I can answer that question. It doesn't fucking matter.
That's yeah, just not the best thing to put in your body. So if you're already dedicating yourself to doing it, like getting into the minutia of what stat like debuffs you're gonna get is not really a great use of your time. Yeah, he must have sucked a lot out of it, but he was a good sucker.
Yeah, he liked his hookah. Stephen was his name.
And he was there for 6 hours.
Smoking hookah. Didn't you hear? I don't know. Trying to come up with a movie script, maybe. Anyway, that was Murder at the Hookah Parlor. Joseph Mills wasn't a good detective, and about 30 minutes has passed, piecing it together. Next.
All right, that's all the case files.
We did
From
it.
this
And
year.
we are heroes.
Not much has changed.
We are heroes. All right, well, it's almost midnight, Tyler. Do you want to call it a day?
And we got nothing else to read. No more. We read all the Communist Manifesto.
Yeah,
The-
we've gone through the whole magazine, as far as I know.
I don't feel like reading the Fasci book about whatever
No,
innocence is.
I've sorted them, so we're all good. We've
Yeah.
read all of these, I'm pretty sure. And
Who's the guy who wrote
The face
Generation
of King
X?
Free.
I don't know.
So I think he and like one other person had like some harebrained idea about how generations are formed, and it's all just like conjecture with no actual science. About like, oh, you're in a turning, oh, you're in a establishing or something, and then like none of it is like you can't be wrong because it's not based on anything, so you can't prove it wrong. But people like it because it's a vibe. That's what I feel when we read the Innocences.
Fair enough. All right. Well, I think
Yeah.
it's bedtime. What do you think?
I think we should go to bed.
We can get some more books from the bookstore so we can have stuff to read tomorrow.
Yeah, let's get some books.
The lieutenant's door is closed.
Want to bug them?
Kev, do you want to talk about Pogs? They're back. Yeah, that's not just for fun.
No response. What are you doing?
Okay, Volition is chiming in. Let's leave.
All right.
We're at the end of the day.
Let's see. Is there anything else?
The window stands.
Nothing new here, I don't think. Right?
The fan stands.
Oh, maybe there's something new in the mirror. Hold on. Let's check before we go to bed.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
Oh, we did this all
In
this
it,
morning.
your face, adorned with the
I'm still in a dream. Bathroom mirror.
The bed is still cold from the broken window.
Can we clean
not
this
too
room at all? Is
inviting,
there a way to clean
but
it?
it's yours.
The
You've
cleaning
earned
lady
it.
quit.
Yeah, but we can clean. We can pick stuff.
I'll tell you
up.
what, Tyler. If you don't like the room, we can go sleep in the fishing village tomorrow.
You know what? You know what? Yeah, maybe. Actually, you know what? No, let's make this interesting. Wait, no. Will Kim meet us if we sleep in the fishing village?
He will, yes.
All right,
But
we're
we've
gonna
already
go
paid for the night here, so we might as well use it.
No, let's go to the fishing village.
All right.
I think that's more fun. Also, we'll be close to the Ravers tomorrow.
All right. I will warp us there then. Give me a sec.
Yeah, spend money for nothing.
All right. Time for bed.
What a beautiful home. Not like the other place we trashed.
Yeah. I think we...
On the table,
Oh.
you see a bowl of water.
Oh,
there's some stuff
a
here.
rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin.
Is shaving the right call?
The water reflects back a vague image of your face. Nose bulbous and
Oh.
red. Hair unkempt. Wrinkles lining the eyes and forehead. The stash is gigantic. A fresh start looms ahead. Clean yourself up and be born anew.
Do you want to shave off our mutton chops?
No. I want to shave her. I want to get a haircut, though, but I think mutton chops are a distinguishing feature of her character.
An old mirror hangs on the wall.
The mirror is
You see
here
the
as
reflection
well,
of your face
Oh, if the mirrors everywhere!
adorned with
but we can't fix this mirror, unlike the other one, which we can fix. All right, time for bed.
Bedtime. Mirror, mirror everywhere. Let's all
The
have a
bed
look.
is comforting, if a bit run down.
We earned this rest.
Across the room, the heating system hums its soft lullaby. The mattress feels soft and sheets warm. It only takes you moments for the world to fall away.
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner and every street. Recorded in you. Forever on Faraday.
Spinning in eternity.
On and on it goes for untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance. Rising, rising above the dark curvature, the great wingspan of sleep. Studded with stars. Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time, the last time. The smoke in her mouth, the plotted flowers, the faces turning, changing.
What is it?
It's the world, Harry boy. And you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now. You can never forget this shit.
The rain and the snow. I don't want to. It's beautiful. What we do in this life echoes through eternity.
Beautiful. It's stuck on loop, whirling, spitting out words and images. You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent. Picking up litter and old newspapers. Collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless, meaningless keepsakes. Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
I am the agent of the world.
You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One more day, and you'll be in the loony bin. I just know you will. And for what, brother man?
For the working class.
Fuck yeah.
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
We're still building communism.
We are the great communism builder.
Did we ever complete that thought?
I believe so.
There he goes again. He's a real political animal, our Harry. He still doesn't see that it's the world changing around him. He's got no idea what he's in for.
Am I crazy? Did they just say something that it didn't say?
Yeah, they said around instead of just Yeah.
Those are two completely different sentences, though. I feel like the world changing around him is not the same as the world is changing him. I mean, it kind of does if you stretch it, but I don't know.
Well,
One feels like a resignation. The other one is, it's accepting that just things are fluid. I'm overthinking it. But why?
'Cause only love can break your heart.
hello.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
You can do it. It's nothing. Do it for the city. Go.
Your
Doing it.
eyes. All right, our morale is healed.
Wow.
Rise and shine, comrade. It's time to get to work.
What's going on?
Despite all the thinking you've been doing, only 0.0001% of communism has been built. It's too great a task to undertake alone. You're going to have to get organized.
It's almost like this communityism requires the work of multiple people for the world to self-sustain. Wow. Yeah, it's really hard to be a communist on your own, I guess.
I guess so.
But, yeah. There should be a word for the communism. There we go. I'm ready. Let's get to it.
You must seek out your revolutionary brothers and sisters. Find out how much communism they've built. Then, together, maybe you'll be able to build as much as 0.0002% of communism. But it won't be easy. Decades of persecution by coalition authorities have driven the remaining communists of Martinaise underground.
I'm actually starting to think, is communism even an apt word for what we're trying to achieve anymore?
Oh no, Tyler. Tyler, you can't do this.
No,
You're you're falling to reaction.
No, not like communism is bad, but I just mean more like pale imitation of 20th century politics when we're trying to pursue the same thing, but it's different circumstance.
I don't know, Tyler. It doesn't sound like something the big communism builder would say.
Yeah, you're right. I'm trying to find different words for things, not really conducive to this. Have I been persecuting communists this whole time? That fucking sucks.
Possibly. If you have been, it's only because you're a double agent acting in furtherance of your long-term objectives.
No, the beats are.
What's past is past. You need to look forward to the work of building communism for all.
Well, that almost makes it sound like we're trying to change it from the inside. That almost never works.
Well, we are currently a cop, so you tell me.
That is a very good point.
We are solving a murder at the moment.
Will they help me fire up Mezov's socialist sausage grinder?
Just between us, you may want to lay off this grind up the bourgeoisie stuff. It's a bit off-putting, even to fellow communists.
All right, how do we find them if they're hiding?
Yeah, rhetoric
Let
telling us
your
not to be
nose
cringe.
guide you, detective.
You mean my nose, as in my huge and highly functioning brain?
No, we meant your nose, as in that swollen muck detector in the center of your face. It just happens to be perfectly calibrated for sensing communists. We really have no idea what they're talking about. There's no linkage between ideology and olfaction.
Not true. Smash players smell.
What's their ideology?
Smash. I get Nintendo. I don't know. What does communism smell like? Tell me it smells like they're already transformed. Oh.
Ouch.
Ow. What does failure smell like? Does it smell like I don't shower?
It's a smell you know all too well. simultaneously repulsive and yet darkly appealing. Musty with a sharp tang, but also a remnant of lost sweetness, like a rotting mango that's been swaddled in a coat from your grandfather's attic. What you're smelling is your own body odor, of course. Nothing a shower and change of clothes couldn't fix. People sometimes complain there are no real communists left in Martinez, but you can smell their presence. They're out there, waiting for you to join them. Incidentally, during the waning days of the anti-centennial revolution, a number of Revacholian communards constructed elaborate hideouts in abandoned root cellars, hollowed out tree trunks, and even residential sewage tanks. This latter phenomenon gave rise to the early anti-communist slogan, "The future's bright when you flush out the white."
All right, shall we get organized?
Let's get organized.
First, you'll have to locate the remaining communists in Martinez. When you get near to someone with revolutionary potential, your nose will give you the signal to establish contact. Again, no, it won't. Any olfactory response you perceive will be strictly psychosomatic.
What will I do once I establish contact with my fellow communists?
You'll discuss the monumental world historical task that lies before you. You'll engage in rigorous and spirited debates about Mazovian theory and practice. But mostly, you'll probably complain about other communists.
That seems count. Is this why the left is so divisive?
I don't know, man. I couldn't possibly know if this game might be satirizing anything. I mean, maybe, but it's really impossible to say. They're so subtle about it, you know.
Yeah, when they look at you directly and they say the joke, it really gives you a lot of room to really think about it. Isn't that the last part kind of counterproductive?
Not at all. Complaining about other communists is one of the most important parts of being a communist.
Yeah, I love arguing minutia about theories that somebody else had when, why don't we just allow dipshits to believe things like we shouldn't lock up the homeless and just leave it at that?
I don't know, man. All right, shall we accept this task?
Let's accept the task.
Here we go. Wake, brave worker. 'Tis no time for bed. Fight till there's no slaves below, and no masters o'erhead.
Fight indeed. All right.
What is
I think
fight?
we will call it there. So, if you have been, thank you for watching.
And you too should also build communism by getting into fights on Reddit or wherever you like to do your kumite, your intellectual kumite.
All right. Bye.